Hello everybody, welcome to another video. I'm going to show you my Art Deco glass collection here. I was hoping to get a couple more pieces before filming this, and I just haven't been able to pick any more up. Apologies for the voice. So what's Art Deco? It's just a design form or style characterized by geometric design elements. One good description I heard of it is that Art Deco is inorganic. Organic forms can be portrayed, but they're normally simplified and stylized into a more sort of inorganic form, a more geometric form, a more simple form. Start with this bottle here, and this has the stepped sort of skyscraper style design. This is a really common Art Deco design, and it's a bit overdone to be honest, but it is a very good example of an Art Deco bottle. I've got no idea what would have been in here, perhaps aftershave. Even the cap's deco, but if it'll focus, that same stepped design. And yeah, it's a screw-on cap, so it's probably like mid-ish 20th century. I don't really want to venture too specifically into dating that. This is an interesting little glass. Green stem, it's not uranium, but it does have this same stepped feature, albeit inverse. If I show it that way, you can see how it's kind of like the bottle. And a bit of a wavy sort of border there at the top is kind of cool. Pretty simple, but quite a nice little glass. This is one of my favourite glasses in my whole glass collection. And you have these concentric rings here. If that was Stuart, we'd probably call these Stratford rings, but it's not Stuart. And a stylized form of some kind of like floral or vegetation sort of element around the border there. Just simplified into spheres. The spheres are actually a series of parallel lines as well. The main vine is just one dead straight line all the way around. We have these droppers here. I'm actually not sure what it's meant to be representing specifically, if anything. And what's interesting about this piece is this camera is so bad at focusing, but it has a lot of wear on the base. And there are also some sort of little lumps in the black glass there, some impurities of some kind. So this is a period piece, probably from the 30s, at least that's where I have it in my head. I'm not sure who made it. And these are actually pretty hard to find. This is the only one I've been able to collect. I have one other black stemmed glass, but this one is, a proper deco piece. Like I said, probably from the 30s, could be a bit older even. Yeah, I really like it, decent size, good for drinking wine or whatever you want. And I don't think it's crystal. I don't know where it's from. I used to have a bias towards thinking things were from the UK, because a lot of glass did come over from the UK, but this, who knows, could be Czech. A lot of the deco glass from back then was Czech, so I don't want to make any assumptions about where that's from, but yeah, pretty hard to find those. This is just a nice little Harlequin pattern glass. I really like the way that they used crosshatch on one diamond and then just single hatch on the next, and then no hatches on the ones below, so it's a really nice pattern there. I have a pair of these. Yeah, not a lot of wear on really most of these glasses. This is just the other black stem one that I found, and this is really only deco because of the black and white colour scheme. Pretty modern piece, this one. There's actually a shortage of black glass. I was looking into getting some custom bottles made 3-4 years ago now, and if you wanted them in black, it was a bit of a problem because you had to deal with the fact that there were quantity limitations because there's a black glass shortage. Tumbler, whether or not you really call this deco is a little bit up to you, but I kind of like these little spheres just above the sort of hatching there. People often call these shallowly ground in designs etched. I have to look up what the definition of etching really is, but I feel like if it's done with a cutting wheel, should you really be calling it etched? I think of etching as a chemical process, but I would have to read up on that. Again, just a very simple design here. Fairly modern piece, this one, I think. This piece I really like. Simple, some geometric circles there, a few sort of spear shaped drops coming down. Interesting angular design to the bowl. This has a little wear on it and slightly off colour, so it's probably an older piece too. And we have last but not least the champagne saucer. I suspect fairly modern. I'd say 50s to 70s. Really no wear on it. And just a very basic design there. And what's nice about these deco pieces is that they're normally unsigned. So when they come up, there's no real value ascribed to them. And this kind of etched, or so-called etched glass, or very shallowly cut glass, no one really values it. So people just see that, oh, it's just this cheap etched, thin walled glass, and they don't give it a second glance a lot of the time. So if it's in a box at an auction or something, no one's going to ascribe value to that box because of these kinds of pieces. And if they're at an op shop or a tip shop, a lot of people would just leave them alone. Yeah, so that's my Deco Deco glass collection. These are actually pretty hard to find good pieces. This is my favourite. I really like this one. This one's quite good. I don't collect bottles, but that is quite a good bottle. I'll probably sell the bottle. These are a bit sort of mediocre, and this is just something I picked up because it had the black stem. I might get rid of that too. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.